The UK Subs are an English punk band, among the earliest in the first wave of British punk. Formed in 1976, the mainstay of the band has been vocalist Charlie Harper, originally a singer in Britain's R&B scene. They were also one of the first street punk bands. Career: the UK Subs were part of the original punk movement in England. The band formed in 1976, initially using the name The Subversives. The band's founder, Charlie Harper, selected guitarist Nicky Garrett, bassist Paul Slack, and various drummers under the initial name UK Subversives. The London-based band's early lineup changed frequently. Their style combined the energy of punk and the rock and roll edge of the then-thriving pub rock scene. The band had some hit singles such as Stranglehold, Warhead, Teenage, and Tomorrow's Girls, with several of their songs managing to enter the United Kingdom's top 40. The band played several John Peel sessions in 1977 and 1978 for BBC Radio 1, and then signed a recording contract with GEM Records. Under GEM, the UK Subs recorded an album in 1979 called Another Kind of Blues. The group also played a few opening gigs for the Police, as well as recording a set at the Roxy, which was issued in 1980 as Live Kicks. Their biggest-selling album came with 1980's Crash Course. Crash Course was recorded at the Rainbow Theatre in London on May 30, 1980 during the Brand New Age tour. In 1979 Julian Temple wrote and directed a short film Punk Can Take It, a parody of wartime documentaries, that consisted mainly of the UK Subs playing live on stage. The film was released theatrically. In the 1980s, with the addition of the new bassist Alvin Gibbs and drummer Steve Roberts, the songs took on a more heavy metal-influenced edge. In July 1982, they became the first Western band to perform in Poland since the imposition of martial law, and the suppression of the trade union, Solidarity. Their concert was held in Gdańsk, and they were supported by Brigada Kryzys. In 1991, the UK Subs also had Lars Frederiksen on guitar for a 30-date UK tour. Decades after the disbanding of other late 1970s punk groups such as the Sex Pistols and The Clash, the UK Subs continue to perform. Successive UK Subs album titles start with consecutive letters of the alphabet, and the band announced on October 24, 2015 via their Facebook page, that the 26th album starting with the letter Z would be their last long-playing record, although they would continue to release EPs. The band intend to fund the final album through crowdfunding site Pledge Music. The official start date for their pledge campaign is November 1, 2015. The UK Subs song Down on the Farm was covered by Guns N' Roses on their 1993 covers album The Spaghetti Incident. The UK Subs joined the bill for the 2006 Fiend Fest. The band have toured with the Misfits, The Addicts, Osaka Popstar, Agent Orange, and the Ramones. The UK Subs song Warhead is played in the movie, This Is England. UK Subs are one of the regular bands to play the Rebellion Festival nearly every year since its origins as the Holidays in the Sun Festival in 1996. In 2007, drummer Jamie Oliver was a contestant on the UK quiz show Nothing But the Truth. Vocalist Charlie Harper was among the panel of witnesses. Oliver reached the £5,000 mark, but lost it all in a bid to double his winnings. In recent years, the band's work has been critical of British politician Nick Clegg, with the 2013 song Coalition Government Blues describing the Liberal Democrats' leader as liking his perks. The band's forthcoming album is entitled Yellow Leader, which is widely suspected of referring to Clegg, with yellow being the official colour of his political party. Band members. Discography. Albums Another Kind of Blues, Brand New Age, Crash Course, Diminished Responsibility, Endangered Species, Flood of Lies, Gross Out USA, Huntington Beach, Japan Today, Killing Time, Mad Cow Fever, Normal Service Resumed, Occupied, Quintessentials, Riot, Universal, Violent State, Work in Progress, XXIV, Yellow Leader. Miscellaneous albums Crash Course, Live Kicks, Dance and Travel in the Robot Age, Live in London, recorded 1979 to 1981, Demonstration Tapes, Gross Out USA Live, Substandards, Left for Dead, In Action, Raw Material, AWOL. The Singles 1978-1982, Live in Paris, Europe Calling, Down on the Farm, Los Extos and Singles 1978-1985, Scum of the Earth Best of, The Punk is Back, Punk Can Take It, Rare and Unreleased 79-82, Peel Sessions 1978-79, Self-Destruct, Punk Can Take It 2, Punk Rock Rarities, Live in the War Zone, The Punk Singles Collection, Submission, The Best of the UK Subs 1982-1998, Warhead, Time Warp Greatest Hits, Countdown, World War, Staffordshire Bull. Before You Were Punk, Live and Loud, Original Punk's Original Hits, Complete Riot, An Introduction to the UK Subs, Stranglehold, Greatest Hits, Dance and Travel in the Robot Age. Compilation appearances Punk and Disorderly 3, The Final Solution, Backstage Pass, Pronit, Hardcore Breakout USA, Snowboard Addiction, Fun Ride, Skater's Gear, 6, Hardcore Breakout USA Volume 2, The British Punk Invasion Vol 2, The Punk, The Bad and the Ugly, At War with Society, 2, A Triple Dose of Punk, Mighty Attack, Angry Songs and Bitter Words, Hardcore Breakout USA 1, 2, 3. Radio Olmos 1993. 2 UK Subs tracks recorded Live in a Real Prison in Argentina. Harper, Campbell, Barnes, Cale. UK Charts Singles Stranglehold 1979, number 26, Tomorrow's Girls 1979, number 28, She's Not There / Kicks 1979, number 36, Warhead 1980, number 30, Teenage 1980, number 32, Party in Paris 1980, number 37, Keep on Runnin' 1981, number 41. 12 inches singles Another Typical City, The Magic, The Spell, Hey Santa, Motivator, Sabre Dance. Singles / EPs CID, Stranglehold, Tomorrow's Girls, She's Not There, Warhead, Teenage, Party in Paris, Keep on Running, 1981, Keep on Running EP version, Countdown, Shake Up the City, Another Typical City, This Gun Says, Live in Holland, The Road is Long, The Road is Hard, Postcard from LA, Betrayal, War on the Pentagon, Day of the Dead, Cyberjunk, Riot, The Revolution's Here, Drunken Sailor, 666 Yeah, Warhead, Product Supply. Tributes and references I Lost My Love track by the Gonads, Give Me, Charlie Harper track by the Bus Station Loonies. References. External links, UK Subs biography at AllMusic, UK Subs official website, UK Subs online archive.